I play blue.
Just a gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of. Sun out, roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Today, Week 12 of the NFL season is upon us, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Houston Texans taking on their in-state rivals, the Dallas Cowboys. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
They'll run. It's Ken Walker. And space tough to come by there as they'll get maybe a yard to the 37. You look at the defense for these Texans. This crew against the pass, issues at times, ranked number 24, Charles, in the NFL.
And even though that's not the greatest ranking in the world, one thing you can say, they get after the quarterback. They're in the top 10 in the league in sacks.
He'll get that to his tight end, Theo Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 16 and the Dallas first down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
They'll run. This is Jaden Blue. Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. Touchdown, Cowboys. Jaden Blue. His 12th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Cowboys need just 3 plays to go down and take the early lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Looking to put a drive together. Bigsby with a carry to begin the series. And not much doing there. Maybe a yard up to the 23. Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8. And, CD, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
To me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level. And sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Open man is Higgins. And he will be marked down short of the 1st as they get to him at the 29.
A gain of 6 yards. It's 4th down.
Stroud now on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. Completed to Hyatt. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. Well, this defense for the Texans, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Back to Walker on 1st down. And he'll find his way down right around the 12. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Go! Past the 60. Ready.
Touchdown! A great effort there. touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Now Stroud. This pass complete to Higgins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary. Figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Well, they'll go play action here with Stroud. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And that's going to be incomplete.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Now a handoff to Bigsby. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8. But you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's on.
And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Stroud to throw it. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, it's caught by Rodgers. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. So for this offense, Charles, remember drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan, and
this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there's never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down.
70, return goal 80.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Here we go.
Walker now on first and 10. Oh, eluding the tackle. And again the footwork. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 53 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for first and 10.
70, go.
Oh, pass to the field.
Oh,
that's on me. Man downfield.
Stingley picks it.
Man downfield.
Down, although there is
Fucking
a flag down.
right
Will
there.
this stand?
Could be.
So the penalty there winds up on the offense. So obviously it's declined, and we have a change of possession. Looking to put a drive together.
All right.
Here's Stroud. Throw left side complete. That's Higgins. And he's out right at the 25. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. From the gun, Bigsby. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now second and 4 from the 31. Throwing now is Stroud. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back complete. After one, a 14-3 ball game.
Texans first down. First and 10.
Texans football to start quarter 2 as they've got it with a first and 10. Stroud. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
That's another Texans first down. Here we go. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Here's a give to Bigsby. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
A gain of 14.
All right.
First down, Texans.
19. Okay. Hey, what up? 19. South.
Play action. Here's Stroud. Blitz coming, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up second. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back. The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Stroud looking to throw. He's got the tight end. That's Gadsden. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
Yes. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And the Cowboys are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. Looking to put a drive together. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. To the sideline and incomplete. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. From the gun, it's Walker. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. Taken in at the 11. A nice little juke. And that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Texans will take over. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3-point CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not have the balls go through goalposts.
46 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And Stroud now to throw. He has it complete to Christian Watson. And he's got this down to the 35. Now we'll get a timeout as they tend to an injured player. And looks like that's their receiver, Christian Watson. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Here's Bigsby. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Stroud off the play fake. Quickly there, but it's incomplete.
It's not 3rd down and 9 yards to go.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
It's 4th down.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And a second field goal here cuts the deficit to 14-6 now. Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? As he watched that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in, and had just enough to get it done.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Come on.
Blue on the toss. And some room to run now. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
He gets it to Thomas. And he showed off the athletic Jude. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. Options galore here. Second and a few inches. Headed straight. It's Pacheco. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed. The Cowboys at 6-4 now on the year. And they kind of on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Here's 2nd and 4 from the 24.
Here we go. Set. Go.
Up the middle, here's Walker. And he is into the end zone for the Cowboy touchdown.
That's running back combo in the lead, baby.
11th touchdown of the year. And the Cowboys have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead is up to 15 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal, way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now it's 3rd and 4. Play action. Stroud now. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
Over the middle is a diving catch. A good pickup there, 21 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
A run here with Bigsby. 50 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Here now, 2nd and 4. Stroud out of the gun here. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. A 3rd field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw, here's Stroud. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Texans. Jaden Higgins with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Texans get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. The extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut the lead to 21-17. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Their own 23-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And with an 8-point lead, probably not too much of an impetus to try and do too much here. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep two hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. They'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed one conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game, and to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Stroud. On the throw, not in too much that time. It's incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
2nd and 10. On the carry, Bigsby. Now he's free at the 35. Touchdown, Houston. Take Bigsby. 65 yards. And the Texans come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the quarter.
You get in a 2nd and long situation down here in the red zone. I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass, let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
Now the Houston offense is going to stay out there as they'll try for 2.
The Texans will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Stroud's going to try to throw for the conversion. He's got it at the 2. But he's not going to get there. So they come up empty on the 2-point conversion, and they are unable to tie up this football game. So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. But I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Ready? 60 Eagles, 79 Broncos. Ready?
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Kayvon Thibodeau, he beat the O-line and recorded the sack.
Here we go. Buffalo 18. 70 Timberwolves.
Back to throw. There's a short one caught by Johnson.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing communication as they passed him up to each defender. And making a nice play, even though it was complete. And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. Now he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 31.
Up the middle they run. It's Walker. They'll get it to the 23-yard line. 106 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Second down and a little more than a yard here.
Hawk 70. Hawk 70. Bronco 80.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line.
10 yards on the play.
They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
Let's go now.
They'll set up to throw. Trying to set up a screen for Blue. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A good-looking drive for the Cowboys so far. It's a 1st down.
Cowboys.
19 Cardinals. 19.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard
19
line.
Cardinals. Go.
Running left is Walker. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
1st down and goal to go.
Ready.
Walker. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Cowboys add 6 to their lead.
And this is something right out of the Philadelphia playbook. They were successful running this with Jalen Hurts. But this is a copycat league, so if it works for them, everyone thinks it'll probably work for us. And here, it does.
Get in there.
And he finds his way into the end zone as the lead moves to 10. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Now Stroud.
Give me that.
Looking for Higgins, but it is
There you
intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
Nobody came and got him on trading block.
And that offense trying to erase that deficit, get a little bit closer here and climb back into this game in the third quarter. Instead, They further their disadvantage, Charles, with a pick six.
And that defense came out willing to do anything necessary to defend that lead. I think they looked around the huddle and said, who's going to make the big play? Who's it going to be? And the person just ended up in the end zone with the football. He was the one that answered the bell.
And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
At the 42-yard line.
They'll go play action here with Stroud.
They
intercept Stroud again, the 3rd time in this game. And the Cowboys are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
36-yard line.
Let's go now.
They're going to look to throw. High up there to grab him. That'll go for a gain of 7. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Looking to throw. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
43.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter, as he's on here to punt it away.
Ah, damn, Bigfoot. Fucking puts to the sideline.
To check off. That kicks all the way to the end zone for a touchback. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. And this will be caught at the 30. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25.
That's on V safety.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Stroud sets up the play action. That's going to be brought in by Higgins. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Jaden Higgins, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Texans are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This to the back of the landing zone. He'll return it from the 1. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. 27-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. 2nd and 3. Allen finds Hyatt. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
22 yards.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. So both offenses come to life here in this third quarter as this is shaping up for a good finish. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second down and 3. Toss right side to Pacheco.
Oh, Pacheco, yo, slow ass.
Taken down at the line of scrimmage. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. The Cowboys on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3.
He read that shit. And I was going to look for him. He read, that's a great read. I should have kept going with fucking O. He went back for X.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. Oh, and that is incomplete.
After you safety.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
Now a 2nd and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
But this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting them to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
That's right. 19 seconds. 19 seconds.
Stroud working out of the gun. That's going to be caught by Bigsby. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
First down. A 4-yard pickup on the play. And the Texans first down.
Play action. Here's Stroud. He finds his man. Complete. That's Warner. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for 2nd down.
39-yard line.
Hey, one more. Here we go.
Throwing now is Stroud.
Man, Golden, what are you doing?
Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. 39 yards. And the Texans have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Point after, right down. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Texans 33.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And the returner down to a knee. This will come out to the 35-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, 1-score game.
Yeah, if I'm a defender, I'm actually tripping Jay on the other side of the ball and saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
Let's go now.
They run again with Walker. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand. They're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Come on. Hey. 18 Cardinal. 70 Rangers. Warriors, 70. 7 Pirates. Ready.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Here's Johnson with a reception. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
And these guys certainly not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
Blue is in. Touchdown, Dallas.
I love my run.
This offensive line has really stepped up to the challenge here because those Mastodons, they've been sensational clearing holes all game long. And this is great work down here near the goal line to get their back the space he needs to work his way into the end zone.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
It's a lot of money in that defense, and y'all ain't paying off.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. That is taken in by Rodgers. And he'll have it past midfield.
Damn, boy, you just did that shit twice, boy. You need to calm your ass down. You ain't even got no sack.
After the penalty, they get great yardage. So
you keep jumping off sides and shit.
And one of the things we've seen develop more and more in recent years are teams seeing that penalty occur and still taking the big shot downfield and hoping to gain the yardage as we just saw there. They practice it, they work on it, and this time they're successful.
That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Touchdown, Texans.
And the tight end goes in motion left. Stroud.
Give me that.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time.
Give me that.
And the Cowboys are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Come on. Hey. Hawk 70, Hawk.
He's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
Ready.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5.
Ready. 19, Tiger.
Back to throw here. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
12 yards. And the Cowboys.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. They go play action here on first down. That is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Out of the gun, Walker with it. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. Now they go screen. It's complete. A loss of a yard there. And it'll be fourth down. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines.
Ain't no fucking good kick.
At their own 19-yard line.
Talk about.
This is first and 10.
19 Texans. Here we go. 19. Let the hot.
Now Stroud. Pass complete to Higgins. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
400 yards.
One timeout at their disposal, but more pressing is the need for 2 scores, obviously. Here's first and 10.
Yeah.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it
Higgins,
across midfield.
dogging y'all dumb man. That's not good.
Here's first down.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
South.
Stroud. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. Another try, second and 10 now.
11.
Here's Stroud. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Whether it's a touchdown or a field goal, whatever it is, they need to score quickly here on first down.
The 16-yard line.
Stroud to throw it. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
18.
Stroud looks to throw. Connecting on the out route here with Higgins.
Higgins,
All
ball.
the way down at the 3. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
18. South.
Stroud back to throw. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. The PAT good. It would draw him closer, but hold on just a second. A flag is down on the field. But Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they can afford to go without.
About the last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
So still a little over 40 seconds to go. Time enough to put a drive together if they can get this onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. And he takes it all the way, but there is a flag down, so hold the celebration. This one's coming back. Butker now to add the extra point.
That's funny right there.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Makes the score Cowboys 50, Texans 40.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Stroud. Now he's going to step up and run. He finds his man complete. That's Warner. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. Here comes 2nd down.
Here we go. 18.
To throw with Stroud. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. So still a chance with just over 20 seconds to go, but they need to get this one back, no doubt. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. A big mistake in that spot. You got to let it go, Tim.
They didn't give themselves a chance. They had an opportunity, touched it first. Now they're in a really bad spot.
Ready.
We got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one, because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to a one-possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. In this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So for Dallas, their playoff chances take an uptick as they move to 7-4. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for Houston, they go down to defeat for just the 2nd time in 11 games so far. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head up to Orchard Park to take on the Buffalo Bills. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.